Let's bring in Ambassador John Bolton, who was also National Security Advisor for the Trump administration. Ambassador, good morning to you. Thank you for joining us. The current White House National Security Advisor, John Kirby, says that the continued fighting between Israel and Hezbollah is not hindering the Gaza ceasefire deal. So what is holding up the deal? Where do we stand right now?
Well, I think there remains a fundamental disagreement between Israel and Hamas on the terms of the ceasefire. These same negotiations, you may remember, a week ago Sunday, the Sunday before the opening of the Democratic National Convention, the White House was putting out there very close. It could be a deal this week. And that was not true. And it's not true today to say that they're close. The fundamental disagreement is that Israel is prepared for a time-limited ceasefire in exchange for the release of the remaining Israeli hostages that Hamas holds. What Hamas wants is a permanent end to the war and the withdrawal of all Israeli troops from the Gaza Strip. That's still the nature of the gap that the parties have and that the mediators are trying to bridge. And I don't underestimate at all the enormous pressure that the Biden White House is putting on Israel. But as of now, I still don't think we're on the verge of a deal. So what happened with Hezbollah on Sunday, the Israeli preemptive strike and the Hezbollah effort to launch about 300 Katyusha missiles at Israel, is part of what is already a wider war. I have a real fundamental disagreement with the characterization that the White House puts out that they're trying to prevent a wider war. We have been in a wider war. Israel has faced a wider war since October the 7th. Sometimes it's hotter in one place than another, but Hezbollah has been firing rockets at northern Israel beginning almost immediately after October the 7th, continuing without relent, clearing about a 5-kilometer wide zone on that border with Lebanon, where all Israelis have had to withdraw. That's war.
Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu's own negotiators are becoming increasingly critical of his approach to these talks. Is he taking too much of a hardline stance here?
Well, I think there's significant disagreement inside Israel and within the security establishment with Netanyahu's policies. I just point out that Netanyahu's approval ratings in the polls continue to rise. And I think a very substantial number of Israelis want to see Hamas defeated. So these are discussions that are going to happen in any democratic society. There are clearly a lot of people who would like to succeed Netanyahu as prime minister, and maybe one day one of them will. But as of now, I don't think their disagreement inside Israel is the main factor. I think the main factor is, as I say, this unbelievable pressure the White House is putting on Netanyahu. They want the Middle East off the headlines from now until the election. They want the same thing in Ukraine. They don't want these scenes of hostilities around the world affecting the voters, and I think that's largely what's driving them.
Okay, Ambassador John Bolton, thank you for the conversation. Appreciate your insight on this one.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.